All right. As I told your friend, thank you so much. I really appreciate you sitting down and doing this interview with me. And I'm definitely not gonna waste your time. And I hope you don't waste mine. So we're gonna start from the beginning. What is your name, age, and current living situation?
My name is Callie. I'm 31 and I'm currently on the streets, or as known as homelessness. Yeah.
Unhoused. Yeah, that's awful. Can you tell me a little about your journey? What was life like prior to you being out here on the streets?
Very busy.
Very busy?
A lot of great work and effort put in, long work history, experience, and trials and efforts, and business and busyness.
Yeah, I believe you, man. That's the sentiment out here. What's been the hardest part of being homeless for you?
Just kind of like tattered scheduling is different every day. I carry something, every day is a new day of course, but I have to carry on that day, and in the night ends with that day. Like I can't just carry the same type of errands that need to be done. Like if they need to be done, they have to be done that day, or it could take forever to getting around to it.
Wow, that's the first time I heard something like that, or put in that way.
Yeah.
A lot of people say that being out here on the streets is a lot of rhetorical. It's always almost like the same thing going on every day. Yeah, so that was a unique answer right there. I appreciate it. What does a typical day on the streets look like for you? I mean, what's it look like?
Hectic.
Hectic?
Yeah, very, very hectic. I mean, sometimes it's calm, but there's no answer and there's no standard answer, or everything comes with a suggestion, and everybody feels like they have to add their 2 cents into anything that you're doing, and it's just like privacy. There's no such thing as any of that.
That's wild.
And my conception of partying before was realistic. Now it's, exerted.
Yeah, that's unique. You said there's no privacy, or to a degree there's no privacy. Why do you think that is? Everybody's just in your business out here. Everybody knows everybody. Is that the theme, or?
People are just nosy metiches, they just fucking,
facts. Yeah.
They feel like they need to know what's going on, and most of the time, like, they're the ones that need to have somebody looking at them.
Wow, that's true. I can
Almost
tell
all the
that's
time,
true.
to be honest, and I'm not stupid, I'm not dumb, I don't fall for people's bullshit. I see right through them.
100%, yeah. It always seems like, I always hear anyway, I hear that people always are trying to run a play or do a move or something. And I don't understand that. To me, it's
especially if they're doing that as the time being. Like, let's say we stop to sit here and it just happened to be somewhere else, and somebody's pulling some shit, but they have to put on this, like, this T-shirt or this, this falsehood image, imagery or resume building in their status of actions, and annoy the shit out of you and bother you and harass you and question you, and like it's not okay what you're doing no matter what you're doing, and it's like, dude, like I can't even, and luckily I have friends to go to if I need to use the bathroom. I'm somewhere, but like if I have to go to the bathroom, if I really have to go to the restroom, like I'm gonna pull down my pants if I have to go, and nature's calling, I have to go. And so like, what is the problem? You know what I mean? Like, somebody could be right there telling you no, like, or just jump up out of nowhere and feel like they're welcome, and it's like, any guy will stop and just go to the bathroom, so what makes it any different, if I ask a motherfucker to not do anything other than mind their own business,
Man, that was very well said. Oh wow, that was good. That was very good. Good answer. Is there a particular experience you've had while homeless that stands out?
It's just like I'm a type of person who likes to exercise. Like I'm used to going to the gym, and you know I have my routines that I do. But now it looks like I have like an exercise like I look like I have a almost like a workaholic, or like somebody who exercises way like an addiction in exercising.
Yeah.
So I'm always sweating, I'm always tired, I'm always, you know, but I just kind of live through it, pass through it, kind of getting over it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to make it like a usuality, because sometimes if I get rest when I need it, like I'll wake up and my face is swollen, or if I wake up and, you know, I just, like my hands will be swollen, my feet will be swollen, you know.
Yeah, I definitely do. A lot of people say they walk a lot while they're out here on the streets. Now, is that that's obviously something people do out here. How many miles do you think you guys walk a day? Would you guess?
I prefer to walk all day.
Yeah, you just said. That's why I
asked
that.
If I'm not hanging out with my friends, like I prefer to. But also presuming the fact that there's a lot of times, you know, the law and embitterments, they don't want people stopping and standing anywhere for any reason. Doesn't matter where it's
that's
at.
Awful. Yeah.
So like probably at least 60 miles a day.
Wow, that's a lot. That's definitely a lot.
60 plus.
Man, I believe it. Yeah, that's crazy. That's a lot of miles. If you could speak to your younger self, what would you say?
I should have been more selfish with my time, or I should have bullshitted a lot of my time off instead of taking things so seriously. And
wow, that
when
was
it came
good.
to networking, I always feel like I needed to meet another person, and the other person with this type of characteristics or this type of abilities when it came to working, or you know, just to further, you know, a higher quotable, you know, appearance or apparel to what I did for my job and on my job, you know. And I worked hard, you know, for me to have, like, I still obtain the ability to get greatness in what I do for, you know, a living or my career, but it has nothing to do with my homelessness. Nothing. So it's completely separate, and you know, I wish I would have known that. Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna pause right here. All right. What is something you wish more people understood about being homeless?
It just doesn't, you know, fall off, you know, off of the face of the earth and decide just to show up on anybody's plate, you know. Or, you know, life has its funny way of working with people separately and with individuality. And so, like, if I prepare, you know, my subject of use or my life homesteading a certain way, and I want to live my, you know, like, comfort for what I'm saying. And it's also karmatic. So, like, we all have to do things with a certain type of morality, and myself, I hold myself with, you know, dignity. So a lot, not just dignity, but I you know, at any time I could end up going back to work and my whole life could change at any, you know, God-given point in second, and I know that.
Man, that's heavy.
But like, if I started that day, that, let's say that were to happen, and all of a sudden that my whole life changes again, and I have a place to live, and, you know, my modeling career takes place, everything goes good. Whatever I did that day, you know, and however I fed, if I didn't feed myself that morning, or if I had a good breakfast that morning, if I'm not taking care of myself, something bad is more than likely to happen. I'm going to end up homeless again, and things could always end up worse. So understand that every person's actions that are homeless, they have an absolute explainable action behind all of it. And like, when they start the day, they know, you know, their consideration and their considerable limitations. So
Wow, that was heavy. I almost goes to say, like the old saying, every action has a reaction. Don't be quick to judge, you know. Is there a person or organization that has made a significant and or positive impact on your life?
No.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely
I have
not.
no idea what the fuck.
Okay.
What am I supposed to do? Oh yeah, fucking Bank of America.
Yeah. All right. What advice would you give someone going through a hard time?
Life is not like a clean pair of socks.
Ah, that's heavy. That's unique. Life. That's funny though, and unique. Life is not a clean pair of socks. That's funny. What is the most common reason you see for people ending up homeless?
Mental disability, disorders, laziness and disruption.
Laziness and disruption.
Those are all separated.
Yeah. I feel like I said, you know, anybody can end up homeless. You're just a paycheck, drink, slip, fall away from being homeless. So the last thing I feel people should do is be callous or malicious or, you know, have ill will towards someone who's less fortunate. I think at the end of the day,
not all the time, but sometimes.
Yeah, true. And at the end of the day, everyone out here is someone's child.
You could look out for people all day that are homeless, and all those motherfuckers could be the most biggest fucking lame pieces of shit, you know. And this happens because I'm watching it, and like ladies be giving people 20s, 100s, 50s. I mean, this happened one day for every day for like 3 weeks in front of my face, and I got nothing from none of these people. And like food was being given out that was good, and it's like and finally the end of those 3 weeks, some guy comes up with like these drawstring backpacks and nothing but like canned carrots were in there, and like, you know, like crayons and like just weird shit. And I'm thinking in my head, like, did that just really fucking happen to me? Like the first week I hit Phoenix homeless, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happens, you know. You never know.
And I'm like, I didn't get shit out of it. I'm watching everybody like, you know, I do not feel bad for none of you motherfuckers. And I'm gonna keep on with my head up in my own direction. I'm gonna keep on with my business. I don't care if somebody looks out for me. You know what? God bless them, because like I've always been a hand in the pocket kind of person, and it stays there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's heavy. Yeah. Do for yourself. Yeah, that's nothing wrong with that. Doing for yourself. What hopes do you have for your future?
Just further more success and greatness, and it might not be tomorrow, the next day. It might not be in a year from now. You know, because I've been going kind of at a steady like, but I can feel it. You know, like, and it always hits me at random spur of the moment.
Never know when it's gonna come, huh?
Yeah.
What is a skill or talent you have that people might not expect?
Strengthening. Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, so I said, what skill or talent that do you have that people might not expect?
Academically.
It's dope. That's hella dope. Yeah, that's awesome. And last but not least, just like I asked your friend here, do you have a Cash App, Venmo, PayPal?
I don't.
Anything like that? No? Just in case, you never know.
No, unfortunately, my situations are a lot more difficult. So everything's kind of on a freeze cheese planetarium right now.
Hey, that was fun. Hey, this was, well, I got to thank you. You know, I really appreciate you doing this interview. And as I told your friend here, OG, old school right here, if I ever see you again and I would love to get an update, would that be okay?
Yeah, of course.
Man, hell yeah. Thank you so much for your time. This was a very informative interview, and I appreciate you. You know, that was dope. This was dope. And I look forward to doing it again. Thank you guys so much, and I appreciate you. Have a good one.
Thank you.